Hi, everyone. I'm Andrew. Thank you for clicking on this presentation. Today I'll be talking about episode number 5, caring what you're sharing. So the theme I took away from this was moments that are shared with others bring more happiness. So what I mean by this is sharing moments with others happens throughout your entire life. From childhood to adulthood, you're always sharing experiences with other people. Now, there's the different kinds of sharing. When you're a child, there's getting a new toy or seeing something cool and showing it to your parents, being all excited and wanting them to see what you're seeing. And there's also hanging out with friends, going to a movie or dinner, and sharing those fun times. And nowadays there's social media, so they're sharing through photos and videos that you post online, and you just want to capture these moments to show to all your friends and family uh, online. Now, all these different kinds of sharing have different impacts, so obviously when you're a child, you want your parents to enjoy what you're seeing. And when you're hanging out with friends, you want to, have a fun time or, just share that experience. But sharing online is very different. It can almost take away from the moment. When you're living through your screen and taking photos or videos all the time, though you're creating memories that you can look back on at any time, you are taking away from experience of the moment one on one with the people you're sharing it with. And I'll talk about that a little more at the end. So, what is some research? Humans' motivation to share. This study found out that humans from birth have an instinct to want to share with others. And they tested this by getting two different groups. They brought parents with their children into a room, and those parents would react to mirror the reaction of their child to whatever they reacted. So if they got a toy and they're excited, they'd mirror the reaction by also being excited or upset. They were mirroring how the child felt. The other room, they had the same thing, except the parents would not mirror the child's reaction. They'd acknowledge what the child was showing them, but they wouldn't react the same as the child was. And what they found was the children that didn't have their parents react ended up in a few years not sharing as much because they weren't getting the satisfaction from the sharing. They weren't getting joy from having the parents feel the same way as they did. And so to test really why people want to share, there's another study of, I call it right here, the chocolate study. And so they brought in one of the researchers and a random person. Now this person didn't know that a researcher was in the room with them, but what they did was they had different kinds of chocolates out, and they both tried the chocolates. So when they both had a good chocolate, the researcher would, have a great reaction to it. And the other person would see this reaction and almost instinctively have a similar reaction or almost a greater reaction. And they'd enjoy the chocolate more because that researcher was enjoying it. Same thing goes for a bad chocolate. They'd taste a bad chocolate and they'd have a sour reaction, and the person would have a similar reaction. And so what they found was the mind's almost trying to create empathy between these experiences. So when you're sharing when they're sharing these moments of a bad chocolate taste, they're almost creating an amplified version of their emotions because they're trying to empathize with the other person positively or negatively, so they can connect better. Now, what is a personal example of this for me would be seeing Syracuse sporting events, whether in person or on TV. So last semester, I was in Brockport, away from home, and I'd watch Syracuse games, in my dorm room on TV. And as much as I look forward to watching the games and I loved watching it, cheering them on, it just didn't feel the same. And so, I'd go home on the weekends and, Syracuse would play. And same thing. I'm not at the game. I'm sitting at my house, but my dad's on the couch next to me, and being able to share the highs and lows of that game amplified the experience. I feel like for both of us because when they were playing bad, we both felt upset and were like mad at TV. When they're doing well, we were able to high five each other and celebrate, and it really made the experience overall better. And we weren't even at the game, we were at our own house. So what are my takeaways? One of the takeaways would be get out and hang out with others. Have people over, go out with people, watch a movie, and you know, experience, like, amplify your emotions with them. You know, be able to connect in the moment and share and those experiences. And to go along with that, limit your phone use in these experiences. Now, I'm not saying don't use your phone. If you're on a hike, take photos, take videos, but don't live behind the screen. Take your photos and videos, and then put your phone away so you don't eliminate your experience completely. You're still able to have those memories on your phone that you can always look back on, but you also have the memory of enjoying the moment with the people you were with. You don't forget the conversations you were having because you were looking at your phone the whole time, worried about, oh, is this going to look good on Instagram? Is this going to look good on Facebook? So really just the big takeaway is live in the moment and enjoy experiences with others. Thank you everyone for watching this presentation. I hope you enjoyed it.